thing I want to discuss is, don't you want to become successful? Whether it's a job or the business or whatever. Does this thing comes in your mind like I also want the fame, whole world should know me and my business, like Ratan Tata and its Tata Group of Industries? Then this content is for those who wants to establish their business and want to take your business to the peak of success. If yes, then you are at the right place. Hello everyone, my name is Shashank Upadhyay and welcome to our Infinite Designation YouTube channel. Today we will talk about the 7 pillars of business and which will taking your business to the peak. Chanakya, also known as Kautilya or Vishnugupta, was an Indian teacher, philosopher and a royal advisor. He was the man who established the Maurya dynasty with Samrat Chandragupta Maurya. Chanakya wrote Arthashastra, a book about economics which still fits accurately in modern times. There is a book called Corporate Chanakya, written by Radhakrishna Pillai based on Chanakya's Arthashastra, in which he mentioned several lessons to become successful. In this, Chanakya described the 7 pillars of business. A strong foundation is the key to any successful business. Your vision, your commitment, your purpose all form the basis for an organization. The first one is the king or the leader. Second is the minister or the manager. Third is the country and the marketplace or the market. The fourth is the fortified city or the head office. Fifth is the treasury or the financial hub. Sixth is the army or your team. Seventh is the ally, the friends and the consultants. Let's start. First is the king or the leader. All great organizations have great leaders. Like earlier, Bharatvarsh had Samrat Chandragupta Maurya and Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, who lead the Marathas in Battle of Independence. Other kings are also there. Modern day leaders like Abraham Lincoln, they set the correct qualities of the leader. The leader is the visionary, the captain, the man who guides the organization. In today's corporate world, we call him the director. CEO is the next man who is leading behind them, and without him we will lose direction. Second is the minister or the manager. Earlier Prime Minister was there who runs the show on behalf of the king. And the same work manager does for the organization. Manager runs the show, the second in command in an organization. He is also the person whom you can depend upon in the absence of the leader. He is the man who is always in action. An extraordinary leader and an efficient manager together bring into existence a remarkable organization with the extreme benefits. One day you will have good and successful business. A great man said, good companies do whatever it takes. Keep pushing your limit. And one day you have all what you have dreamed. With the manager who manages the all. Next is the country or the market. Especially India. We have one of the largest democracy which is good for the business. No business can exist without its market capitalization. And it It is the area of your operation, the place from where you get your revenues and cash flow. In ancient times, its marketplace used to be the place where they ruled, the kings. And in modern times, the marketplace is from where you get the revenues for your organization by launching several products in a hot market. Fourth is the fortified city or the head office. Every country has their head office from where they maintain all its working. Like Indian President's residence and office, Rashtrapati Bhavan, situated in New Delhi. Like the US President have their head office, the White House in Washington DC, the executive office and the residency of the President of the United States. So in short, it means you need a control tower, a place from where all planning and strategies are made. It's from here that your central administrative work is done. It's the nucleus and the center of any organization. It's like a mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, of the powerhouse of the system, which heads are there. Like in modern empire, they had their head office or capital from where they manage all its working and monitors the status of the empire. Fifth is the treasury. Finance is an extremely important resource for any organization. It is the backbone of any business. A strong and well managed treasury is the heart of any organization. Your treasury is also your financial hub, from where you get the money or revenues for the organization. Sixth is the army or your team. When we go to war, we need a well-equipped and trained army. The army consists of your team members. Likewise, in today's world, we also need a trained and a well-skilled team for an organization, those who are ready to fight for the organization. Like the salesman, there are several persons are there who maintain your work in an organization, like the accountant, the driver. There are several departments in which you need some men which should have to be added to your teams, like the peon. All of them add to your team because they all have their specific work, specific term of work. From the team works, identifying targets, working together, pooling ideas, strategy formulation, managing conflict, increased efficiency, improved performance. Seventh is the ally, the friends, or the consultant. It also holds important role in organization is friends. In life, you should have a friend who is just like you. In the need, he should be there or she should be there with you. Being in the same boat, he can identify with you and stay close. He is the one whom you can depend upon when a problem arises. After all, a friend in need is a friend indeed. When these are built into firm and strong section, can the organization shoulder any responsibility and face all the challenges. And while building them, do not forget to imbibe that vital ingredient called values. In last, by looking 7 pillars, you will definitely set an excellent and successful